Welcome to the new episode of Empower Hour. Today we take you to the incredible world of the School of Forced Happiness. A school where it is not about understanding what children want to become, but about transforming them into everything they do not want to be. Because in the School of Happiness, it is not true happiness that counts. No, it is success that counts. And of course, who better than a rigid and inflexible educational system can determine how to succeed in life? Chapter 1. Be yourself, or better yet, be as I say. Imagine the first day of school, the teacher with a stern look, a tidy and colorful classroom, and a large sign on the blackboard. Be yourself. The problem. Children immediately realize that being yourself is not exactly encouraged. Or rather, you can only be yourself if you meet a few small requirements. For example, do you think it's fun to draw green clouds or blue trees? Wrong. Here, the clouds are white and the trees are green. Period. Let's imagine one of these children, Kiara, who, with sparkling eyes, draws a house floating on the water. But the teacher approaches her in a solemn tone. Kiara, what are these absurd drawings? The house goes on the ground, not in the sea. Kiara is told that, after all, to be successful in life, she must learn to be a little more normal. Because at the School of Forced Happiness, being normal is rule number 1. Chapter 2. Unrealistic Success Standards. Standards of success are the second fundamental rule of this magical educational system. According to them, a 6-year-old must learn to multiply, program an app, and possibly speak 5 languages. Why? Well, because otherwise, what will he become in life? Let's take the example of Marco, 8 years old, a boy who basically loves to draw and invent stories. No, this is not good. The teachers explained to him that his true vocation should be to become a successful engineer or surgeon. Marco, stop wasting time with those fairy tales and learn math. Your happiness depends on numbers, not on all this nonsense. And here we are, children who perhaps dreamed of becoming artists, explorers, or writers, all lined up for serious careers. We must learn to maximize potential from the first grade without ever losing sight of the ultimate goal, to be happy in our own way, of course. Chapter 3. The Weekly Schedule. Happiness planned day by day. In the School of Forced Happiness, the week is rigorously organized. Monday is the day of limited theme creativity, where children can draw freely, but only following the themes approved by the Ministry of Educational Happiness. Today, draw a tree and the sky. The child who dares to draw a UFO or a flying dinosaur is kindly asked to reconsider his choices. Tuesday is the day of measured happiness, in which teachers give everyone a happiness test, and those who do not reach the required threshold will have to learn to be more positive. Look, Luigi, you only have 7 out of 10 in happiness. What are you missing? Are you tired? Sad? It's not good. Let's try to improve. Then there is Thursday, the day of mandatory gratitude. Each child must write a letter thanking them for all the wonderful things the school system does for them. Dear School of Forced Happiness, thank you for teaching me that everything has a specific color and that my future will be full of graphs and numbers. Chapter 4. Happiness Tests and their vital importance. At the end of the year comes the infamous happiness test. No, it doesn't matter how much the children have learned about themselves. The important thing is that they have learned how happy the system thinks they are. Teachers carry out these tests with enviable rigor. Children are asked to answer questions like, how happy does it make you to follow all the rules? Or, are you happy to follow instructions without asking questions? And if a child dares to answer no to one of these questions, well, there is an intensive session of review of happiness in which we are taught to understand that, after all, the system is right. True happiness is following what adults tell us. Chapter 5. A thought for parents, them conform to. Parents? Oh, they are also involved in the Great Forced Happiness Project. They receive weekly meetings, letters, emails, and PowerPoint slides to be updated on their children's happiness progress. They are taught that true joy comes only with good grades, with a secure future, with a planned and predictable life. Excuse me, Sophia's dad tries to ask. She loves theater. Can't we give her some space for creativity? The answer is immediate. Sir, we are here to ensure your daughter's success, not to make her an actress. Theaters are full of penniless people. Let her learn something more solid. The School of Forced Happiness, where success is your happiness, or maybe not. And here we leave you, dear viewers, with a reflection. In the School of Forced Happiness, every child is perfectly shaped for a successful future. Yes, maybe they don't feel free to dream as they would like. Maybe their creativity hasn't exactly exploded. But at least they have learned to conform. And after all, isn't that what matters? Conforming to be happy, as someone else says? And so, all the students of this school leave with a smile on their face and a sense of happiness that, well, that's exactly what they were taught.